Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bassman from Hell. He's in the T-54, the Tier 9 Soviet medium tank, and he's on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay. Now, I said he'd be back in the T-54, and I was not wrong there. It looks tiny compared to those other tanks alongside it. It really does. But it is probably one of the most effective flanking medium tanks on the battlefield, and this was the most produced tank in history. There's more T-54s out there than anyone else ever built. Anyway, what can I tell you about it? Great front sloped armor, 100mm gun, absolutely dreadful gun depression, only 5 degrees, so it's not really a ridgeline warrior. You have to get over the ridgeline to hit the enemy and expose yourself to enemy fire in the process. But it's fast. It's very fast at doing what it does. Very effective, does a lot of damage, and so it's a great little player. Now, as you can see from the stats, he's got 100mm gun with 219 penetration on standard AP and 320 on damage, alpha damage. Now he's moving forward because there's a Tiger 2 been spotted, fires around it, gets a straight hit. It's a low roll, 295, but the Tiger 2's been taken out. Now he's shaking his head backwards and forwards. Not sure if he's trying to sort out his mouse or he's just trying to get his aim right. Oh, lovely shot there into the TVP. That's a high roll, 325, but that T26 is rather obstructing his play because he does need to retreat. Oh, and that's the reason why Arty. In this game, there is Arty, and he's been tracked and stunned. It was a splash hit. Luckily, he didn't take any other damage other than being stunned and tracked. But he has to be aware of the fact that there are Arty on the enemy team. And they're quite good. Batchat 155-55 and the Lorraine 155-51 both have 155mm guns, and they're both capable of doing consistent fast firing. So he does need to be wary of them, and he's going to take a risk here. Oh, well, he took a chance of going out and outflanking that T10, going around the outside. Would have risked having some shots onto him from the city, but he managed to take advantage of that now to move up to this set of bushes overlooking the enemy area. Now, there is an enemy tank, well, an enemy tank was last spotted nearby, a T-34. I think it's a T-34-3 actually. Okay, there's an OHO in the town, and he's sidestepping around that corner, puts a round into him for the 300, that's a low roll. But he's been spotted, so he'll need to pull back from the corner, otherwise that OHO will be firing at him. That's a low roll as well, but only by 1 hit point. 319 off that one. Going for it again. Yep, fires another one in, but he doesn't get any damage there. Quick shake of the reticule to get it lined up. And there's a VK over there in the bushes. Can he get a shot on him? Yes, he can. Side onto the turret. Oh, good high roll. 368. Right through the turret. Going for it again and lining it up on the turret, trying to get the ammo rack. 298, low roll. He can still hit the turret. He might be able to get an ammo rack. Fires another one in and he kills the VK. Only 150 hit points left, but that was much less than the alpha damage, so he knew he was going to get it. So his team have done 5 kills so far, and it seems that most of the enemy are on the west side of the map. They don't appear to be anybody who's actually guarding the centre other than this T-34-3. And he's noticed him now. Oh no, there's a standard B over on the west side who's spotted him and bounced a round off his armour and bounced another round, so that's 480 blocked. You see, that's the great thing about this sloped armour on the front of the T-54. It really bounces rounds. You can see it's bounced 2 rounds there. Going for the T-34-3. Oh, the enemy's now come round. AMX CDC, thin armour, fires around it and gets a hit, but it's a low roll. Took around from a T-95 over on the west side for 715. Ouch. Now, oh, he fires around at the CDC. He's already been killed, so it's a round wasted, but He's got to watch out for that T-95, who's obviously paying attention to the centre of the map now. That T-34-3 is spotting, and the Centurion's moved up to the centre now. He's realised the danger they're in. Fires around in, it doesn't go through the roof of the Centurion. They cleaned up all the tanks behind him, so he doesn't have to worry about anyone there. Of course, he got the kills on the VK. Oh, there's one of the Artys. Now, can he get a quick shot in there? Line him up and fires around in. Oh, the Lorraine was ammo racked and taken out by the TVP. Trying to get the Rescue to dance to his tune. Bassman's trying to shake it about a bit. I think he might be having trouble with his mouse. He's shaking it a lot. Oh, this is getting very disorientating. What's going on? Something wrong with the mouse. Well, T-34 is getting in the way there, but the Centurion took a big hit. And can he move up on the Centurion? Well, he hasn't got a shot at the moment because he's over the ridgeline. But he's very low health. He is a one-shot. I think he's going to move closer to the cap. Ooh, Centurion went down to the TVP. So he's out the game. There are only 6 enemy left. And as far as we can tell, most of them are on the west side of the map. There's one to the south, the Wizzy 132A, but the P-44 Pantera is going after him. And in fact, I think Arty's targeting him as well. Standard B is moving behind cover at the moment, so we can't hit him. T-95 is up near those houses. That's why he was aiming in this direction. He was covering, previously he was covering the thrust down the west side. Now I think he's just trying to stay alive. Okay, we're moving up on the Scorpion B. It's a bit difficult for a flanking tank like the T-54 to operate in these conditions, because basically the enemy is directly in front of you and there's nowhere really to flank. Unless of course you head south, but heading south is not really an option. So he's moving up under cover of the ridgeline. Trying to get, and remember this is not a terrible good tank when it comes to gun depression. And the T-95, he's got him by the ass. Okay, now he's got to watch out for the Standard B, but he's got the T-95 by the ass. Can just pump rounds into his rear. If he tries to turn, he can track him. He's just holding behind cover, firing rounds in. The Standard B's trying to come and get a shot on him. He's locked onto the Standard B instead. And he's going to go around the corner, put one more into the T-95, finishes him off. Doing a dance with the Standard B. Oh, didn't reload in time. Now he's reloaded. Oh! Took a round from the Standard B, and his teammates, I think, are trying to help. He's got the Standard B tracked. 295, low roll, but he can go for the engine bay, keep him tracked. And, oh, no, he didn't keep him tracked. But the Standard B goes down. He's taken out by the TVP, who's managed to pick up, I think that's more than one. No, he's actually got 3 kills now. But he's kill-stealed on at least more than one occasion. Okay, there is only one enemy left. It's that Wizzy 132 down in the south, and the Pantera didn't manage to deal with him. So again, T-54 is the ideal tank to actually do this. And look at the rounds he actually did take during that battle. It's from the Standard B. You can see he did actually manage to get the round into the turret and one directly above the armour, or he managed to overmatch the armour, I think, because the shell went in sliding right in the top. So it really didn't bounce at all, didn't have a chance to bounce. And he's going for that Wizzy 132. Oh, and he's just been killed, so that's the end of battle. Well, that was quite quick and quite fun. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's not an ace tanker, it's a first class tanker for the BassmanFromHell and the T-54, but he did pick up a high caliber. He got the most damage in the battle overall, 20% of the enemy hit points. He also got a win rate of 6379. He picked up a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage during the battle. He got a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, which is testament to that 100mm gun and how good it is. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And he also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. The high caliber is probably the best thing overall, because it shows that he was doing a lot of damage to the enemy. And I think certainly the shots on the T-95 T-55 and the VK certainly proved that this gun is very valuable to have in terms of the amount of alpha damage it can do and the accuracy at long range. So let's have a look at team scores. Highest damage, 4,172 hit points. The next highest score was the T-95 himself, who actually did get a shot on the baseman for quite a considerable amount of hit points, unfortunately. He managed to get 3,028 hit points, and then came the Wizzy 132, who actually did manage to kill the Pantera. He got 2,772, and then came the 53 TP, who managed 2,739. When it came to kills, we had a whole bunch of tanks that managed to get 3 kills apiece. The 53 TP, the TVP, the Waffenträger Alpha Panzer IV, and the Wizzy 132 on the enemy team. They all managed to get 3 kills, and then came Baseman with 2 kills along with the T-95. When it came to base XP, it was the Baseman who managed to get the highest amount, 1,121 base experience points, and that's because he did so much damage to the enemy. Plus, of course, he did a lot of spotting damage, and we'll see that in the detailed report, which comes up next. He fired 19 rounds, got 14 direct hits, 14 penetration, damage of 4,172 hit points, of which 2,029 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the shots on the OHO and the VK 101P. He received 6 hits from the enemy. 4 of them were penetrations, 2 were non-penetrations, and he did receive 3 hits as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty. He blocked damage of 480 hit points. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and this is where he earned so much XP. He also did damage assistance of 2,626 hit points by spotting the enemy and allowing his team to do the damage on them. On a premium account, he earned 73,014 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, he actually took away 33,877 credits. He also picked up 1 bond for the High Calibre, and he picked up 1,681 XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. But he certainly enjoyed the T-54, and I can see why, because he actually plays it rather well. It is a flanking tank, that's what it's designed for. It's fast, it's designed to get around the enemy, outflank them, and then kill them, and it's exactly what he did. Not only did he try to do it on T-10, but he definitely did it on the T-95. He approached that T-95, got round the side of him, started pumping shells into the back of him, and that's when the Standard B realised, oh my gum, if I sit here, that T-95's a goner. And of course he was, but the Standard B himself was a goner, because he then tried to engage with Baseman in a fight off and unfortunately forgot about the rest of the team who was watching him at the same time, and that's where the TVP got him. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.